chest, fingers flying, making patterns twist. Susie's voice breaking through the haze, crochet forever in a woolly maze.
Hello, how are you? It's Susie with Susie's Crochet Chat, place where we talk about yarn hooks, tips, tricks, everything in between. I wanted to come on and kind of share with you 6 tips for crocheters. And the first tip would be very obvious unless you are new to crochet, but that would be to make sure you got the right yarn and hook size. You know, on the ball band, it tells you, I have this small one here, what size the yarn is. Like the 6 is bulky, 4 is medium weight, well, 6 is super bulky, 5's bulky, and it tells you the weight of the yarn on the ball band on the back, and it also will tell you either whether you're knitting or crocheting, the recommended hook size to use. And this one says, oh my, it's so small I can't even read it. Well, let me get close and personal with it. An 8 millimeter hook. Now, does that mean you have to do that? No. I'm actually using this yarn, and I'm using another yarn that's a 5. And I'm making that, oh, let me show you. Well, I'm trying to make that goose that I showed you the other day. And it's using this really bulky yarn, and we're using a 4 millimeter hook. I found that doing this with such a small hook, it's very taxing and it hurts my hand. So I don't particularly care to do it this way. I'm ready to give up on this goose, but I did get the 2 legs done. So, you know, now I'm working on wings. Oh boy. But anyway, regardless, just saying that, you know, you want those things, you want the yarn and the hook size to be appropriate for each other, because that'll give you an even tension and visibility. The second thing is, you know, turning your yarn into a ball. I don't usually do that, I have to say, because I pull in the center. So most of the time I don't have a problem. Sometimes I'll get the yarn guts and things like that. But a lot of people will turn the yarn into a yarn ball. You know, they have the yarn baller thing and the whole bit. Once in a while I'll do it, but not much. If I'm at the end of something and I have a little bit left, it would be easier to ball it up. The next tip would be yarn, substitute yarn. You know, if your yarn is out of stock, you can find something similar in weight, color to maintain the continuity of your project. That's just, you know, a good thing to know. The next would be using good lighting. Nothing worse than trying to crochet in the dark. You don't want to do that. I have like an overhead lamp that I had gotten on Amazon, and it works really good. It has different of the lighting, like it could be the like white light. a yellow light, you know what I mean? Like the soft light, I guess. Different, I really like the bright. Also, they have, and it's upstairs, so I didn't bring it down, the neck lights that you can put around your neck, and so that you can see your project that way. They also have some crochet hooks that have lights on them, you know, but good lighting is really, it makes a difference to make sure you're not making mistakes. The last thing is avoid common mistakes. Familiarize yourself with common beginner mistakes and learn how to fix them. You know, that's just something you should do. I can't think of any offhand. Well, actually I can, you know, when you're doing a double crochet or a single, a half double, a double, a treble, really know where you're going to start the next row. A lot of times you're putting it in the wrong spot, and then that will make it it'll make your project kind of on the end go all wonky. So, you know, make sure that's an easy mistake that happens a lot. Not counting, things of that sort. So anyway, I just wanted to make this video. I know it wasn't going to be a short, I knew it was going to be a little longer, but I just thought, you know what? Let's go over some little tips here that might help, especially a beginner. I think a lot of you seasoned crocheters might hear it and think, well, that's a no-brainer, but sometimes you need a refresher. Sometimes I certainly need a refresher. So anyway, I hope it was informative for you. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment. You can join my Facebook group, Susie's Crochet Chat. I check it once a day to make sure if, you know, I have to approve anything. Put some pictures here. There's a community tab. You know, you can put pictures there. You can put pictures on my Facebook page too. And, you know, comment, because I love to hear from you, and I do respond back. I try to, if I haven't responded, then somehow I missed it, because I really try to look and make sure I have everybody covered that I've answered. So anyway, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye.
Midnight oil burning stitches remain, whispering threads holding back the strain. Susie's voice guiding, I'll never quit. Pattern's rough, but it's got heart.